I've worked with you and I know how intense you can be. What would be your tips for making a great record?
I think something, if you've never made a record before, it's not the same as going out on stage and doing a live performance. I think one thing that I sort of overlooked my first couple times was the importance of the roles that people play in a recording session. A lot of the time you have a producer who's also the sound engineer, and luckily I'm starting to get some gigs where I'm just doing the production. That's a whole lot of fun for me because I can focus my entire energy and my whole mind on the songs. From a producer standpoint, if you're the producer, I think you need to be the most trained mind in the studio as far as how these individual songs are going to fit into the grand scheme of an album. Do you have 3 rap songs paired next to a bluegrass song? The album as a whole might not translate so well, and it gets a little bit more intricate in that. But I think the producer's role is to really have a firm grasp on the artistic material that he's producing, and the producer really needs to be the guy that everyone can look at in the whole room. The drummer, the bass player, the artist, himself or herself, needs to be able to look at that guy and say, what do I do here? What do you think? And the producer's job is, it in theory it sounds pretty easy. You just say, all right, you play, you do the lead here. But really you have to, as a producer, you have to go up against some people, and hopefully you're working with some great people. And it's not always an easy thing to go in there and say, I wasn't really feeling this part of the song. You're pretty much having to tell someone that they suck. And hopefully you can do that with tact and do that, with where they say, okay, yeah, I get where you're coming from. But you have to, while being respectful, you always have to keep the fan in mind. What are you, as a fan, what was going on in this part of the song? I didn't really get that. And sometimes artists are so wrapped up in the lyrics that they wrote that they kind of lose sight of the big picture. And so the whole role of the producer is kind of to be that, step outside the box and kind of put a barrier between, the emotional side of the song that the artist or the songwriter or the performer is actually feeling, and then what's actually going to tape and what's actually going to be adopted by, hopefully thousands of people.
Hey y'all, thanks for watching. Please take a moment to pause the video and take a look at Casey's talking points that he prepared for our interview and let us keep. A big thank you to Casey Hubble for taking time to talk with us here at Hidden Creek Studio. Adios.
Learn my lesson about drinking in Austin and hopping my drunk hat on stage. We were at Anton's, man, we were the opening act. I probably still feel bad about that. That Texas country headliner hadn't been Nashville in disguise. If I could live that night over on that cold, lonesome shoulder, hallelujah, big cliche on the line. Just a young punk with old junk. Yeah, I'm laid back, starstruck. My best word